Good morning, or good afternoon, or hello and good evening. Good to see you all here. Except for I can't see you. We need Zoom crafting, don't we? Hey, anyway, I am here. I am working on an envelope journal. And I'm using these envelopes that are 8.5 inches by 4, 8.5 by 4. And I'm making an envelope journal out of them. So before I get to all these other parts, I'm going to take you back to the center part. This was all stuff I'm playing with. And so I wanted to show you this. So I have 2 of the large envelopes. And I put them together with a little piece of washi tape in between. And I am going to put this parchment paper in here, like this. And the journal is going to be kept inside of here. So let me catch you up to date on this one. Oops, let me turn on my other light. And to catch you up to date, I am going to show you on these bright green ones. Because I am getting low on the other ones, and I might need them if I decide to add more pages. So one of my glues keeps plugging up today, and no matter what I do, I think Tina over at Tina Loves to Craft traded me glues is what she did. I think she probably snuck into my house last night and took my art glitter glue. I don't even know where she lives, to be honest with you. I'm just kidding around. I know she didn't come and take my glue. Glue your envelope closed. Pretty please, glue it closed. We don't need it open yet. And then this one, do the same. I'm just going around the outside edge on this one. And then on the, just around this part of the envelope. Oh, not there. Don't get it inside the envelope. No, no, no. Just there. And then glue it closed. Now you could make your own envelope sizes. If you have an envelope developer, whatever you call it, an envelope score punch board, envelope board, I don't know, whatever you call it. Okay, so we have these 2 envelopes. They are both sealed shut. You want them, I wanted mine facing the same direction. Up is up, down is down, that kind of thing. Okay, so what I first did to get my in-camera, okay, I'm lining these up on this line that you can't hardly see anymore because I have so much glue. And I'm leaving, about a 1/16 of an inch there for my journal. And you really do want these even. Otherwise your journal will be all wonky. So I'm leaving about a 1/16 there. And then I'm going to take my glue and some glue stick. maybe. And I'm going to carefully hold those down with my fingers and run that glue stick like that. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to close up the back. Now these look a little bit uneven, and that's going to tell us in just a moment that it probably is. And then I'm going to run another piece of washi tape. On the other side. And just bring it back over. There we go. Now we are reinforced there. And you can see that it is off a little bit. So I'm just going to even them up at the bottom and create my crease up here. And that should just about take care of it. Yep. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, it's a little damp yet, but I think we can run it through the trimmer. Eek, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe the trimmer won't trim it. And we're going to trim off just a little bit, like not even, maybe a 1/16 of an inch there. And because it is wet with glue, it doesn't want to cut through it. So just finish it off with your scissors. Should have a nice line there already created by your trimmer. Okay. I think that'll be okay. I do have a little bit of a envelope sticking out there, so I want to get rid of that. Maybe. Okay. So then what I did, you decide if you want these inside or outside. Doesn't really matter. Whatever way fits best. I just know that I want my envelopes opening to the right. Okay. Now this is where you would go ahead and ink a little bit. Around the edges of these envelopes. Just like that. And probably right along here, just in case things show. Don't worry about gluing these little pieces down because we're going to put a piece of paper over it. Okay. So that gets most of it. It didn't get this side, but we'll get it right now really quickly. These green envelopes are not nearly as sturdy as the ones that I'm using on the original project that we're going to revert back to working on. Okay, Now we want to pick a paper for the inside, and since it's a green envelope and I don't want to waste it, I am going to choose this fern paper. Don't ask me who it's by right now, I could not tell you. It's probably a DCWV or whatever you call it. Let's see, I think I want the fern in there. Well, that fern's very pretty too, isn't it? But I think I like this fern in there best. So I'm just going to line this up. Give it the best cut I can. And then where your crease is here, or even below the crease is fine because we're going to cover it up. Just maybe midway on the tape is fine. Let's cut from there to there, because we're going to need two of them, and even that one would work at a side angle. So there's one. So now we need to cut one more of those. And I think we'll have this part with this little botanical booklet, or whatever it is there. Just going to give this a little line. And hope I can see it. And I'm going to put that one up there. So let's do that part next. You don't have to worry about inking up the top here, but you might want to go ahead and ink the bottoms and the sides. And there I go, trying to ink that top, and I don't need to. Once you start inking, you can't quit, I'm telling you. So I have a journal on a giveaway right now. It's open. Well, of course, this will probably come out after the good giveaway. But if it doesn't, if it's past February 1st, the giveaway's been done. But Carol over at Free Spirit Arts sent out a bunch of channel challenge kits, and several of us got to play with those. I know Tina and I both are listing all the channels that are in the channel challenge, but you can also go to hashtag channel challenge. Just put that in your search and it will come up with the channel challenge, and it'll list all the people that are doing or have done the channel challenge. So mine is on giveaway right now. Two have already been given away, one by Mixed Media Minnesota and one by Tanny Van Antwerp. Oh, beautiful journals, beautiful, beautiful. And let's see. Now we want this one to go this way because we want to be able to see it when we flip open the journal part. Okay. So, that's where we are right now. Now, while that's drying, let's pick some papers to go in there. And it just so happens that I have, maybe I don't have. Hang on. have some of these. No, I don't really want to use all those in there. Let's just use, I have a great big box of the other. So let's use it. Here's the parchment paper. I have a giant box of it, so what the heck, might as well use it. Okay, so first cut is going to be, we're going to put this inside of the journal. So we've got at least a 1/16 of an inch on each side. And then we're going to slice that down. I don't know if my thing will slice this many at one time. But I would give you the measurement, but it really is going to go according to the size envelope that you are choosing to use right now. So we have those cut. And then we want to take one of those and measure it on one of these. And line that up. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives us a total of 10. So then take your first couple and you are going to measure down to the bottom. Well, you're not going to measure. You're going to give it a little space there. And then right at this, where you can see the separation, that is where you're going to fold this paper to. Well, mine's just a little below it, but that's okay because it's going to keep growing. I'm folding 2 of these at a time. And then at the end, I will cut them all off to be the same length as one another. Now, it does put this funky piece up at the top. That's okay. That will work. It will work in our favor. Most important thing is getting these guys folded, and then we'll cut them off. Well, this one probably could go back there. Yep. And let's see. We need to fold this one. I think I folded 3 at a time there. And we have one last one. I'm just trying to keep these papers pretty even here at the front. Not even this way, but this lined up and that lined up. That one I didn't do so well on. And you're going to push those all into one another, and then you're going to flip it over here, hanging onto it, and we're going to cut some of these off to match each other. And if it didn't cut off, get your handy dandy scissors. And voila, done. Okay, so this is going to give you this insert as a journal. Now, this would be more maybe like a traveler's journal, or a vacation journal, where you just want to keep little mementos, tickets, and things like that. So it's that length, and it does work. I mean, they are in there. Later, we will put these in the signature. Okay, so now what we want to do is come in here and put a piece of paper. Now, it does not need to go all the way to the bottom. We just need it to fit inside. And it's up to you if you want to do one side or two sides of the whole envelope. Just going to slip that right in there and see if it fits, and it does. So what I'm going to do is pull that back out. Oops, I want to ink up this edge along here. Oh, is it? Yeah, this way. Yes, I still want things going right side up. Okay. I always say you don't need to go clear to the bottom, but then I always do, don't I? Most important part is the top. Okay, you want to kind of even that up with the top of your envelope there. And then you're going to do this side as well. You can see it's not going to take up the whole envelope. And we are going to do, let's see, this is right side up, okay. So it's got to go this way. Now I have a little bit of glue stuck there that I should have checked for. And I did not. So this should fit in there. Okay. There we go. Oh, ink. If you want it inked, you better ink it right now. You don't have to ink all the sides. Here, going in that way. I might be putting it in upside down. I better glue the whole thing this time. You know, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does go this way. It goes, it doesn't matter. I think that's upside down though. It looks like upside down now, but okay. So this is kind of an idea from Luise Heinzel, but she put her journal, you've got to go see the video. She put her journal on the outside of this and made this a pocket in here. You have these two pockets and then this one. But she left the flaps on, and they actually created part of the closure for the journal. Anyway, I really highly recommend that you go see that, but that's what inspired me to do this. And then I, of course, have gone from there into making a journal out of the whole chamois. Okay, that is going to work. We'll save this for later because we're not ready for it. And that brings me to the end of this one. Let me put this back in here so I don't lose track of what's what. And this brings me over back to here. So what I want to do, I decided I wanted to make a journal out of the whole thing. And so I have stacks of envelopes that I'm using. And in total of this kind, I'm using 6 of them that are 4 by 8 inches. And I am also using 2 of these, and they are 3 3/4 by 6 1/2. I'm using 2 of those. I am using 2 of these, which are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. 2 of those. And then as you go to the other side, I am using 3 of these little envelopes. I bought all these at Hobby Lobby. These are 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And I have 3 of them. And then here is the other one of these that I'm using. Okay? So let's go back to here. And I know that I'm going to have to use washi tape to make flips out of these. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is put a back on here with the papers that I want to use. Now, I didn't get out papers yet, so what I started with was leftovers out of my drawer over here, and I had some Tim Holtz in it. So, let me reach over here to my Tim Holtz C pile. Oh, and I also have that. That's very pretty. Have that. Oh, I have this one. This is the masculine one. That would be a nice one to use. Perhaps it could be a more masculine file. Hang on, let me cover up my parchment paper just in case my dog comes in with a mouthful of water. We wouldn't want that. Not on our papers. Removing these tapes. I'm glad they put them on because, you know, it makes it harder to see them in the store, but sometimes people take paper out of them if, you know, just because they want just a sheet of it. And so, crazy things. I'm going to peel those off on the side too in case I slide this in the cabinet on its side and then it sticks inside the cabinet. Yeah, these might be pretty good papers to use. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, and I love that. Oh my gosh. I do love that. Let's start there. Okay. So we need to put our backing on this envelope. And I think we will use this side. So you don't want it to go past this flap. So it'll be just a little ways away from it. So first of all, we'll cut right there. And we're going to stop cutting right about there. Okay. Oops. Line it up right, Angie. Okay, see, now we've got this big long one. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love measuring things. Okay, so we're going to apply this right here. Now, if we just apply it without inking, it might be stinking, not pretty. Don't tell anybody I'm inking this way. But it is okay to do that. You can use your inks however you want. Okay. Now in here I am going to use this. It actually does ink up better with the dauber. See? See? Oh, so pretty. With the dauber you get a little bit of stuff on the edges, so I like that. Now you do want to go back and get this piece good. And the reason I say that, that's with the envelope closed, is because that's going to actually end up forming your spine out there. And, well, you kind of want it to, you want the spine to look kind of nice. Okay, save those. Now, on this piece, to glue this on here, because we still want to have a workable envelope, we can decide whether or not we want it to have an opening here, or if we want it to open on this side again. I think I'm going to continue opening on this side. So what I'm going to do is put glue clear around the edge of this, maybe. And then, working quickly, because we know that art glitter glue dries very fast. We're going to get that fairly close to the edge, but we don't want to glue our envelope closed. We are going to go like that. And it looks like this is the correct direction. There we go. I'm going to get my towel on there. Gotta make sure I stay in camera. What I need to do is put a big piece of tape down here that's bright red that says craft line, do not cross. I'll have to do that. I'll have to put something there. Okay. Now, this piece. This piece, I'm going to take this middle piece out because right now we don't need it in there. But I am going to take it and put that up there and keep it together. Okay. So this is our base. Right now we have our envelopes opening on that side. And this is going to go like this. So we're going to open this one on this side. But not until we put a top on it. But we got to finish this side first, don't we? So we're going to glue this flap onto here. Now if you want, you could cut that flap off right there and save some glue. Just like that. And glue it on the side here. Kind of feels secure though, leaving the big old flap on there, doesn't it? Okay. Now we want to get this evened up, top to bottom, and right up to the edge. And open it up and make sure you don't have any glue on the inside that's going to tear your paper. Okay, so now what we want to do is put a paper down here. Now, on these, do we want that to be the flap? Like that, or do we want it to be like that? I think what we'll do is like we did this one. I think we'll use, we still have some of this left, so let's go ahead. Let's see. If we have it like that. So this is going to go like that. Okay, so we'll need to cut 2 of these. And that's going to be a nice piece to make an embellishment with. Were you with me yesterday when I made the little embellishments with all these little pieces? Okay, now I'm going to need another one of those. And I'm actually going to slice this all the way down because I need 2 backs. And I'm going to use the back of this for that. Okay, so 1 big slice, and I'm over here at my trimmer. It's just right beside me. Oh boy. And do you realize that there's little lines on a ruler? Oh yeah. There's little lines on the ruler. Well, guess what, Ange? You just drew a line on there and you can't see it. Oh, I drew it on this side. There it is. There's lines on that side too. Okay, there's one. Here's another one. And here's another one. Okay. Let's start with the fronts. Now, I want the flap on this side because I'm going to open this side. Okay? So go ahead and get your pencil lines up there. And give it just a little ink to cover up those white edges. Not that it probably matters. I mean, it's a nice vintagey looking paper anyway. Now on the top, you can just cover the whole thing, the whole envelope front. There we go. Let's cover the other one. Make sure it fits first because every envelope varies in size. They should put on envelopes about 5.5 by 11 or whatever they are. About 4 by 6. Because they are only about the same size. But we know if we want to mail a letter in a 4 by 6, well, we're going to make that envelope fit, aren't we? We just are. Okay. Okay, flipping these over like this. Now this time we are going to glue inside of here like this. Going to glue all of this. We're going to glue right along this long edge. And then we're going to glue right here, which is right there. I just stuck my finger in it. You don't want to go over the flap. Now, I did not take that flap into consideration when I cut this piece, so it's probably going to be a little too long that direction. But that's okay because we're going to cut this side open anyway. There we go. Let's do the other one. Let's make sure which direction we're going. Yep. That works. And I did not ink the other one, I forgot. So let's ink this one, see if we can tell any difference. Yep, we sure can. So we'll ink that one. I'll throw that inker on there. Going around the outside edge, fill that little piece in. Hold still, little envelope. And then right along this edge, which is right there. So I'm just making sure that flap still works. There we go. Okay. So now we want to put these down inside of here. And we're going to have them open, you know, a little bit from here. But that leaves this piece without any paper on it. So what are we going to do about that, Angela? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to take this piece here. And we are going to cut it right there, or are we going to grab another piece of something different? That's a manly one. There's a manly one. Now, think will do. Ooh, I love that. That's good. I think let's go clear back. Oh, now that's a good one. But it doesn't really match that paper. This one really matches it. Let's use this. We want it to be all kinds of things. Although, if this was back here, make a mighty nice piece of stuff. So, I'm going to mark a line right here. And do I want it that full color? I really don't. I'm just going to take out a square here, and it will be like a tearing square. She's tearing around the square. There we go. Ooh, that's a pretty one too. Ooh, I don't know which one to use, you guys. Okay, we're going to tear it this way. Probably right from there. About like this. And then we're going to take it off right about there. Oh, I lost the line. There it is. Okay. So that's going to go here. Not what you thought I was going to do, is it? I'm going to put this under here. So this is going to go there. And then we're going to add these like this. Right about here. So first let's add, we'll have to add this. Ooh, that doesn't work, does it? How would that work? Yeah, I'm caught. I'm caught in a predicament. Not too much. What we need here is this. There is a solution for everything. Okay, so if we want this to open there, let's draw a little line right here to here. And right here to there. Oh no. Actually, we want them to be the same, don't we? So maybe right about here to here. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, and then we're going to go somewhere in here, about like this. I'm going to measure it in just a little bit so I kind of get an idea of what I need. And it's going to be at 3/8 of an inch. And then 3/8 of an inch here. Sorry if my head's in your way. Is that 3/8? Yeah. 3/8. Sometimes you get a little higher up on something and you're like, that's not 3/8. That doesn't work. And then we have 3/8. And 3/8. Okay. So I'm going to turn this so I can keep an eye on this side. And then I'm going to come in here at 3/8 of an inch. Going to draw that line out just a little further, just so I can see it, and then we'll erase them. All right, yeah, okay. Okay, 3/8 right there. 3/8, 3/8. Okay. Cutting the line here to there. And then the next line to the next line. There. Doing, doing, doingity doing, 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 doing. Erase, 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 erase. Did you guys ever watch Fraggle Rock? I'm probably dating myself. Woo! My kids used to watch it every day after school. Oh, it was such a good show. I loved it. Okay. There it is. That's how it's going to work, my friends. Just like that. And just like that. I think I like this one on top. The numbers start more up that way. I do want to ink this. And then ink this one. Be gentle though, you don't want to end up tearing that hole any larger. We don't need it any larger than it needs to be. I did not set my timer. I did not look at the clock. I do not know how much time I have kept you. But we'll finish up this piece and then I'm going to let you go. Because I just realized I can't keep you all day. I want to, believe me. I really do. But it must be about an hour or more. More? Did you say more? Oh dear. Okay. Ta-da! So, do not glue the inside right there. Oh yeah, you could, right in here. Just don't glue your flap to your square. But yes, you do want to glue it right there. Like this. And then glue around that guy. Yeah, I've got to make one of those envelopes like Luise did. That is so cool. Whoops. Take it off there. We only want it there. Okay, you kind of have to, don't let this sit down until you're ready, because it's going to stick. All right, make sure that's in place, and that's in place. Get any glue out that's in the way. There we go. And then to finish up, oh, see, I glued that down and I wasn't going to. Oh well. So it is. So it is. It sure looks nice with that edge. We might be able to lift it. If not, we'll just glue it back down and maybe tear the other one. Okay, there it is. I got it. We're going to slip that under there like that. Going to cut it off right about there to there. Okay. Ink up this part and this part, because now we get to bury this part. It's a nice thing about paper is before the glue dries, you can usually remove it to some degree. It may not be pretty, but you definitely can kind of take care of things. Uh-oh, look at that. That didn't fit, did it? Well, if you get one of those, then you say, I don't know what you say. You say something. You say, oh, I forgot. I need to put an extra piece or two in there. And that's okay. So we'll glue this one down first. No, let's go up here. I think we're going to have to start right there. And you glue this one in. There's always a fix, I told ya. Besides, you know how I love the little strips of paper. So right there. And then we have this one. So we'll put it right there. Oh, Angela. Oh, I am not thinking straight. Okay, now I am. Right here is what we want. So we'll cut it off right there to there. because it's going to fit in there just a little crookedy. I kept tearing the paper the wrong direction, thinking that this was double-sided with the same picture on both sides, but I just couldn't get it out of my brain that way. And it just kept happening. Okay. Now, we're going to have to push that down because we've had it bent up there for a little bit and it's been drying that way, so it's not going to want to cooperate too well with us. But we're going to force it. Okay. So here's what we have so far. And we still have to cut that open, but we need a paper on top before we can do that. So let's see. Can I move that? I did move it just a little bit. And we have to cut these open and put thumb holes on them. Or you could leave them like that. And I don't want to cut on them right now because everything's wet. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. So far, this is what we have, is this part of the journal, this part, and we have a big journal that's going to go in here. We have a pocket here, and a pocket here. Okay, well, join me next time for this envelope journal, traveler's journal maybe, because it's thin. It's only 4 inches wide, and it doesn't have a big journal. It's not going to have it's not going to be a huge flippy foldy thing. Well, it might be, but we'll see. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.